About 1 o'clock in the morning right now. So technically it's Wednesday, November the 18th, 2020. And I'm just sitting here. Nestor over here doesn't seem to have any trouble at all getting comfortable and getting sleep. It's just one of those nights for me. And I thought I would just turn the camera on for a minute and do a little talking video about something that has been mulling over in my mind for the past couple of days. And that is, what am I? In a nutshell, if I was to define my demographic, I would say I'm a Christian, middle-aged, straight, white, conservative male from the South. Now, with that description, it also makes me one of the most hated demographics in America right now. And it seems like if I go scroll too far on Facebook or YouTube or really anything internet, I don't go very long without having some kind of vitriol spewed and hatred spewed towards my demographic. And these are the generalities that are normally said about people like me. That I'm oppressive to women, I'm xenophobic, racist, homophobic, privileged, I drink a lot of beer and watch a lot of wrestling, football, NASCAR, and occasional roller derby. I love to stockpile weapons and ammo and then use them to kill poor, innocent, unsuspecting woodland animals just for fun. I don't believe in science or doctors, and that I don't care about the environment. Yeah, so that is what's being said about my demographic. However, if you got to know me on an individual basis, if you just watched a few of my videos, you would realize that not a single one of these assumptions, these generalities made about my demographic, at least in my case, not a single one is true. I've never drank. No, I've never had a beer. I don't watch football, wrestling. I've never ridden a motorcycle. Don't own a big junkyard dog with a spike collar that I walk without a leash. Not oppressive to women. As far as the environment goes, look at this giant carbon footprint I've got here in this little tiny house. Yeah. You see all the women in here that I'm impressing? You know, all of this stuff that's said about my demographic, my race, tends to come from the party that claims to be not racist, that claims to be against hate, that claims to be tolerant. If it's not okay for you to make sweeping generalities about Arabs or Spanish or Asian or black, if making sweeping assumptions and generalities about all of them is wrong and racist, then it's also wrong to do it for white men. I know it seems like taboo to make remarks about any other race or culture. So taboo. You'll get canceled for it in a moment. But it's okay to make fun of the white man. It's okay to make fun of them. Because they'll just take it. Because they deserve it. Because they're privileged. They own the world anyway. So they can take a few jokes. They can take the stabs and the hate and the vitriol. And it's okay, because they deserve it, right? Yeah, we just deserve it. And as far as Christians go, it's scary to me that if an actor or an athlete comes up to accept an award, and they take a moment to also thank their Lord and Savior, they thank Jesus, their faith, part of what's supposed to be the core of who they are, they thank their Savior for helping them get that award, for helping them to get to that next level and achieve in life their goals. And they say, I also want to thank Jesus Christ. And the next day, the talk shows are making fun of them for it. And like with actors, you'll start seeing them get blackballed, losing jobs, and getting canceled for being Christian. It's scary to me that it's going that way, where Christians in the mainstream have to hide their Christianity just to continue to be successful. Your faith shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be something that you have to hide. It should be a big part of you. And they, it's like they expect Christians to apologize for being Christian. And if as a Christian, I'm not expecting you to apologize for being Muslim, or Hindu, or Buddhist, or Scientologist, or pagan, if I am not expecting you to try to answer for the parts of your religion that I don't agree with, and I don't expect you to have to answer to me, and that you don't have to apologize to me for parts of your religion, then I shouldn't have to apologize to you for the parts of my religion you don't agree with. That's what's made America great for so long. This is supposed to be a live and let live country, a melting pot, a giant fruit salad, where we're not all the same, but we are together, and we find ways to work together. It's scary. It's scary to me. Okay, so I am going to say this for the future coming up. I don't see this getting better. I see the Christians and the white conservative males in the South. We're only going to continue to be hated even more. I think it's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. And if you're out there and you're listening to this and you're on the other side, you're not a conservative white Christian male from the South. There's a lot of people watching this that are not that. And you may have done that. You may have gotten on Reddit or Facebook or Twitter and bashed my demographic and made generalities and hateful comments about my demographic. I want to say this to you. When that future comes and the hatred starts to build, which side are you going to choose? You need to choose which side you're going to be on. Are you going to let that hatred build up in your heart and continue to hate us more and more? Because hatred is like poison that you drink, hoping that the other person is going to die. Because I hate to tell you this, as men, as Southerners, we're very independent. And you can make your jokes and you can do your hateful, talks all you want. It's not going to affect us very much. But it is going to affect you. It's going to give me, in my demographic, rent-free space in there and in there. For one thing. And also, if you're going to claim to be tolerant and loving, then you should include us in that. There shouldn't be a double standard. It shouldn't be okay to be racist towards whites. It shouldn't be okay. If it's not okay for other races, it's not okay for us too. So you need to choose which side you're going to be on. Are you going to be on the side of true love and tolerance towards all races, including white males from the South? Or are you going to be on the side of love and tolerance towards all demographics except that one that I really hate, that I think it's okay to make fun of, that I think it's okay to be mean to? So choose. You need to choose which side you're going to be on. Also, I will say this. My demographic is a hardworking, independent demographic that does have money. We do have money. We understand the value of money, and we understand the value of voting with your money. And so, if you're going to make your business slogan, your advertising campaign, your movie trailer, your subject matter, if all of these things tell us that we're not welcome, then we will not spend money at that business, or to watch that movie, or to get that streaming service, or to watch that show. We'll take our money and go somewhere else. And that's going to be money that you lost because you weren't truly tolerant. Yeah. So, that'll be your loss. And that's really all I had to say about that. All right, this one's a little heavy, but that's what's been on my mind. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Good night.